Alright, what's up guys? It's been a while since I've ever posted here, but yeah, I'm back on Blue Protocol. It's been the game I've been playing for the couple past weeks. I already have 100 hours, and I've been maining Vanguard. Now, I'm gonna make a guide on Vanguard, Skyward, and subclasses, what you should pick if you're just joining the game. And we're just gonna go right into it. But first, if you guys don't know this class, I'm only going to recommend this class if you like these things, alright? So one, you like heavy motion sickness if you're going to go Skyward. Of course, yeah, you could be Mother Midoriya, alright? Let's jump right into it. I'm going to go into the guild, and then we're going to demonstrate my Vanguard build first. We're going to go Vanguard, then we're going to go Skyward. Alright guys, so we're going to do a guide on Vanguard. And this is my main class. I switched from Skyward to Vanguard. I'm gonna go over this one first because it is the build that I am using on. And I only recommend Vanguard if you like AFK, because it has a self-sustain skill where it heals itself when you attack. Two, you like being on the ground, because unlike the opposition of Skyward, you're gonna be ground most of the time. You're going to be exposed to attacks, but that's the cost of being AFK friendly. You are going to be not going all over the place like Skyward. And three, you're going to be buffing your teammates with your ultimate, and you love fast attacks. So I would say Vanguard is more free to play friendly. Honestly, they both are, but you can get more leeway with the Vanguard class because of Flyer. So let's go over it. So skills. For skills, you want to focus on these three, your main basic ones. Skyward or Vanguard, you're going to be maxing this out later eventually anyways. And you want to focus on Gale Form, Spiral Thrust, Reach Pursuit, and Valor Cyclone. These are the four main skills you'll be using for your whole rotation. These four, you will not be using these. These are for Skyward. You don't need to level them up. I leveled them up because I'm building a Skyward build too. I switched from Skyward, so I just haven't reset yet. But anyways, for your battle imagine, I'm using Flyer and Muku Scout. Muku Scout is free to play friendly. You just gotta do a grind a little bit. If anything, you can also dismantle like other tiers of the same tier right here. Like see, they're all like the same tier, and not 5 stars or whatever, SSRs. And it's easy to get. Just keep farming Muku Scouts. You're gonna get just 5 copies. And Flyer, while people say it's gonna be hard to get, this is where wheel pulling comes in. It does kind of come with luck. You can re-roll this when you're starting out or something, but you can also dismantle other gold ones and just try to get this one, or you can test your luck and just try to join a farm or something and try to build a battle wheel. Anyways, yeah, that's good out of the box. You only need 1 copy of that, and you're kind of set. You can go, there's 2 ways you can go through this. You can go to the route I'm doing right now, buffing the left side a little bit. I get it's kind of like more AoE friendly, do more damage, more cyclones. Or you could take these 3 out, take it out, take this out, take all this out right here, and go on the right side actually, and these will do more damage when you do Valor Cyclone. It's like your choice, you know what I mean? I like the left side better. I feel like I do more damage. There is some adjustments, but it's pretty minor. But the biggest one is these 2. So no matter what, at the end of the brackets, you're gonna do this whole one, and you're gonna do this whole left side. Now the right side is not what you gotta be focusing on. So the right side, this is for more crit rate, for your skills. And whenever you do a dungeon, you're gonna be running this line. So right now, if I'm AFK build, I get more HP when I do damage. So this is the route I'm doing most of the time when I'm AFK farming, and it's kind of perfect. But whenever I want to do like, okay, we're gonna run master, we're gonna run endgame, we're gonna activate this. Thankfully, there's no cost of it, so you can just switch whenever you're like, oh, I'm about to do endgame, let's just switch over. But anyways, that's the perfect one for me. Most of the time I'm on, not doing an endgame, just doing some AFK farming. Anyways, so most of the rotation of of a Vanguard is you do your skills, and bar is what you're focusing on. So I gotta do my bar. If I use 1, it's gonna exhaust my energy. If I use my cooldown, I press 1, press 4. It's gonna do highlight number 1. Whenever it's highlighted, you pretty much just press. If we do 5, you can want to do that at the start, but I'm showing you without it. But this is gonna exhaust your energy. See, it's going down, but it's also gaining because you're attacking. But you want to focus on that. Don't use too much of 1. Oh, that's highlight 3. Okay, then we activate that. Number 4, press 1. We're running out of low energy, so let's do basic attack right now. Now we're kind of just straight up attacking. 3 is available. Let's go 1, and then we do it. So as you can see, like I exhausted everything by just doing nothing. You got to keep a rotation going on. And I'm not using my ult. Now you're probably wondering, why is ult important? Well, ult is where you're gonna use your buff on your whole teammate, which grants haste, and haste makes everyone attack faster. You're gonna attack it like the speed of light. This is something Skyward doesn't have, but this has to be done manually. So if I were to do, let's do H right now, right? I'm gonna use my ults, grant haste on my whole party, and then we're gonna attack, and we're gonna attack very fast. Look at the speed. Now see, if as we ult, we're gonna be attacking fast. See, and then you see the ult bar is going down. At the end, we can press R, finish it up. The huge cyclone right there. And that's pretty much rotation. It's pretty smooth, pretty easy, AFK friendly. Now the reason why I don't do these two, you can do this when you're AFK, it doesn't matter. But if you're playing manually, you can press H, but you have to focus, you have to manually like look at your character, focus on what you're doing. See, like if I do my ult, it's gonna go straight to the cyclone. You're not gonna get that haste buff, and it's pretty much the whole purpose of like a Vanguard's kind of pointless, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I always check it off, and that's why I love Vanguard. It's really auto friendly. Unlike Skyward really hands-on. You gotta know your rotations because autoing it's not auto friendly at all. So let's go back to Battle Mansion. So I said Muku Scout is free to play friendly, Celestial Flyer is okay, out of the box with tier 0. Now if I were to be a whale, which I know there's probably few of you, Goblin King is like the way. You gotta run Goblin King, replace it with Muku Scout, and you have 2 golds. You have Celestial Flyer, gives you buff haste. Anyways, that's probably the method I would go for if you're a whale. So there you go, that's Vanguard. Now let's jump into Skyward. Alright, so now we're gonna try the Skyward build. I adjusted my skills. So the focus on this build is focusing on those little spear icons you see at the bottom right corner. Now, I'm gonna show you my talents. I'm gonna post a Google Doc where you can follow a similar guide that will help you for a Skyward build. And I'm pretty much following the same one. So here you go, do a quick look. This is the build I'm currently using. You'll see the same in the guide I'll be posting in the description. Now skills, you'll be focusing on your main basic attacks, Gale Form, Vulcan Toss, Sharp Impact, the Instant Edge. These were the 4 skills you will be using. And yeah, that's what you'll be building. Now regarding Battle Imagine, I don't have the Muku Chief to equip it, so whatever numbers you see in this build, it's not going to be really accurate, but I will say that I have been playing this as I started off with the game, and just replace that, just pretend I have the Muku Chief, alright? And the Muku Scout is what you're going to be running as well. Same thing as the Vanguard. Muku Scout is just the goated, it's the goat. But if you're a whale, you'll be running Muku Chief, and you'll be running the Goblin King. You'll be running those 2 together. And yeah, that's only if you're a whale, of course. But yeah, I would aim for the Muku Chief first if you're starting out. Now regarding the rotation of this, what you'll be doing is you'll be setting your skills, of course, your summons, then you'll be setting your skills. So I only recommend this class if you really want to do selfish damage. Meaning you're not going to buff your team, but you're going to be dealing a lot of damage on your own. And also, it is not AFK friendly, let's be honest. It's not AFK friendly. When you're autoing battles, you're going to be flying everywhere. This is also causes motion sickness to some people, which is no bueno. But yeah, you wanna be aware of that. If you don't like that stuff, you don't like it. But anyways, it's not AFK friendly. If you're gonna take damage, you're gonna take damage. You're not gonna recover. There's no self-heal like Vanguard. So that's my personal dislike with it. But hey, you roll with the roll. It is definitely more hands-on if you like that. So why I say it's hands-on is because, well, the bottom right corner of the spear icons, the auto will just exhaust it and you won't really do full damage because you need a certain amount to do full damage. So the base rotation is buffing yourself, pressing 1, gather the spear icons, use your skills, gather more. You're gonna be exhausting it. Okay, we're out of it. Okay, and number 3. Yeah, it's just gathering, exhausting. Like, it's kind of similar to Vanguard, but Vanguard's more friendly. Like I said, you want to use it. So that's why the ultimate is not friendly, because, well, you're not gonna be having haste to your whole team. It's just straight to the cyclone right there. Your instant edge is gonna be most of your damage is coming from, and that's when you exhaust 4 of those energy force spears. See that 15,000? If I just spam the ones, it's 7,000. So you want to just keep gaining and exhausting. You got to keep watching it. 5 will help a little bit. Gaining some full charge. Nice. Okay, let's go to number 4. Go number 4 again. Got a little passive damage tornadoes going on there. And there we go. That's pretty much the whole rotation. Pressing 1. Pressing 4. Let's gain some more. You don't have any more. That sucks. You gotta watch your icons. If you're not watching it, then yeah, that's why I'm not playing this build. Now, if we do auto, honestly, the auto plays better than me. But as you can see, it's not really gonna pay attention to what you want to use. And now we exhausted everything. We can't really do anything. We're just a Vanguard with no skills available. And if you're not good at that, well, like me, then this is not for you. But like I said, it's very hands-on. You're gonna be clicking a lot of buttons most of the time. You will be staying awake. You'll be doing more damage as this class than a Vanguard. No matter what anyone says, you're gonna be doing more selfless damage. But at the end of the day, guys, both classes are very viable. One is not entirely better than the other, not absolute, and both are very good classes. Now, it just depends on what preference you like, you know what I'm saying? Now, you're probably thinking, what's a subclass? Well, subclass is you could choose another class to switch up to. Go see, Midnight. Now, you're probably wondering, subclass, so later in the game, you get to pick another class. And what the thing is, Vanguard, see, as you see the attributes, strength, haste, and mastery. If you're like, you know, so there is a time where you want to switch it up because sometimes you have no tanks, your friends are all DPS, or the other way around. If you're going Vanguard, the shield spec of the shield knight, because like strength, haste, mastery, shield, haste, mastery. So whatever armor you have on your Vanguard, you can just switch over to shield spec, and all you have to worry about is books, weapon, and that's pretty much it. You can swap easily. That's why I recommend it, because in this game it's really time gated. For Skyward subclass, well, you can go recovery spec, or you can go the heavy guardian. Now, it's not going to be as perfect as the Vanguard and the shield spec, but you know, that's only if you really want to not grind for armor pieces for your other build. But anyways, that is my guide for Win Night. I hope it helps anyone that's kind of confused or whatnot. But yeah, that's the subclass I recommend. And also, that's what I recommend if you're running or interested in Win Night. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna make a guide where it's like a post-release 1 month guide. So look out for that if you're entirely new to the game, because a lot of stuff was time gated in the beginning of the game. So we're gonna make a guide, you know, now that everything's available. Thanks for watching, and peace.